Hey, what a day to say. We are here alive and in color, brother and sister. Our ancestral earthly. What about space people? Oh, they're here too, right? That's right. If we travel that fast, like beings, right? Ask, and when you're in harmony with it, you get to deal with it. And we're speaking of water, the life-giving source of the water. Okay, the exchange of liquids, where it comes from, out of darkness, out of the desire, out of the push and pull. Now, pressure that we put on us right now because our lives are on the line. So we have to really be open and honest, forthright. No matter how much pressure it is, we got to put the maximum amount of pressure on these life-giving things, because that's what it is. Have no time to be playing emotional rescues with it. That is has been tried, used, abused, and it's not something we can move with. Okay, so in that genre, in that state of mind, I've been using the exchange of liquids, the life-giving force that it does between the men, and it doesn't give any of that at all. Okay. I was saying that it fooled the women, fooling yourself. You see how the people being fooled in that, and even in the desire, you have a sexual release. That's a fool's paradise as well, based on the return factor. When you release that, that is a very important thing to release. That's just not something, because everybody's been abusing it, the release. Okay, doesn't mean that it still does not hold the original purpose in it. Okay, the original purpose was the divine one. Because people have not used it in a divine way, it does not mean that that purpose, every time you use it, has consequences. Okay, and that's what the consequences does to us. True. Now, the exchange of liquids. They say they can make it in the laboratory a gay bomb, which means what? They can make it now, but they've had it how long? A very long time. So which means what? The chemical application of that has something to do with the water that it is, the path of least resistance that it takes in order for it to make you what? A gay person. In order for them to make a gay bomb, to drop over someone, the molecular structure has to be in a source in which it came through. You see how it's been used in that? How even with the animals I showed. And this is the Creator has given us this. These things that the Creator is showing us and sharing with us. Not just my ideas, my opinions, not my research, or anything like that, but just pure coming forth, coming through you when you're listening. Now, I share the animals, the lizards, uh, the deer of today. These animals have sexual orientation that change from male to female. So when you ingest that, okay, how long ago, biblical times, or how long ago it's been, how wonderful that time was, Egyptian times or whatever. Later on, after the third or the sixth dynasty began to fall, and if they're eating lizards or other animals that go from male to female, then it's in their DNA. It's in that human's DNA, is it not? Because that's what we have to. That's what we get from food. We don't just eat food just for the hell of it, not get nothing out of it, energy out of it, protein. People say so because people had to explain that to you all. That is the ingestion from the highest level of you saying you were born that way. There is no other way for you to receive that because what is received from the Creator, ingesting it, putting it in the animal first, which is a divine thing, because animals were here before we were. Supposedly that's what it says in the creative process. If there's someone who knows that better than that, then speak that. Okay, so the animals that exchange male to female, we're here. People are still eating them today. And I showed the article about the deer go from male to female. They don't know why it's going on, but that happens. So when people ingest that, you have those tendencies. uh, in your DNA, in the smallest of structures, how it gets into the DNA, right? Path of least resistance. So no matter how much you desire or say that you're trapped in the body, no, you're not trapped in the body. Now, resistance, by muscle building and resistance, that builds muscle. The more resistance you have, the more muscle you build, right? The more resistance in your brain function, say you a man trapped in a woman's body, what does that build? More maleness out of you, more man to come forth out of you, and the less female to come in. But the feminine principle that you're given from the brain, which knows all her children, what they need, why they need them, all of that. True? So that's what the mother's giving you. That's what the mother load has given us in a very precise, precision time right now, showing them in all this time, all these things you can say. Born this way, it's been going on for a long time. I feel this way, and yet has it gone to creating another life? All these millions of people, hundreds of thousands of years that you ingested, that all the people you know go all the way back. No one has produced another life out of that. Yes? So, the everlasting life process must be looked at from that, through that, and that's how we got here. Simple as that. Okay? Now, when you say, well, it doesn't matter if, as long as how I feel about that person, this and that, see, that is not the creative process that you're giving to that thing. Okay? I think you're giving something else. Let me find something else. I think you're giving something else to that. Again, though the shallow aspect, just the words. And then you can see we speak words, the Lord draws proof, but you can ventriloquist that thing, and not use your lips at all. But it still doesn't change anything, right? So yeah, no matter how much as a child you desire to be a woman, you're not gonna ever be a woman, no matter how much you grow up. No matter how strong, no matter how much you say, I was in this the whole time. See how strong that is? Yeah, I'm listening to that. I'm taking everything that these people are saying and using it to advance the life. You see? No matter how long, how strong that is. You say that's what sustained you. Not to have sex with a man is what sustained you. All those times you were a young child, and the one time someone did have a man, it kind of destroyed you. Destructive process. Most molested children, most people are in that lifestyle, have been molested and to go into a lifestyle secretly. That's the damage. Even the openness still has that failure in that because it has to have success and or failure in everything. And where's the failure? If you don't want to see it, then again, that is denial in the utmost sense of the word and goes into the understanding that you cannot reach the everlasting life, the highest point that gives you because you deny it in your very cell, in your very makeup. Okay, so thoughts are liquid formations all over the body that come to fruition. And if you are total denial, then what can you bring to fruition? Denial all the time. Everything about you is denial. Your whole being, your whole makeup, because that's the choice you've made. You cannot say in emotional outburst that no, it's not what I made. Because love, what do you know what love? Love is too powerful for you to truly know what it is. Human. You have to have a more than a human self. God is love. Are you God? I mean, even if you don't believe in that, are you air, earth, fire, earth, and water to create the life, to give the life? No, you are not. So to accept truth in a movement, even an emotional outburst, that's a movement that gives the answer. So to build the muscle, to know more of what you are, the denial that the universe gives us, the almighty, all-powerful universe, knows way more than you do, hovering, the desire that you hover all the time, see, that's a hovering spinning in you. That's the power that's being releasing in you. You see, that's what that is. The more you want to be that which is you are that you see every day, that's what brings fruition to life, force energy. What you don't see, you see, is what? The universal order, the womb, the darkness, all of that. Give yourself a chance to see that. Give yourself, which one I got here? I can barely see this thing. Oh, okay, I like that one there. Okay, and in that we get to be whatever. Okay, got that. Now, well, I'm trying to look. I can't see. Whew, okay, I can see. So, yeah, that is the magnificent aspect of life, ongoing life. To accept truth, no matter what the word is. Again, I play with the word, the oxygen therapy. Oxygen therapy cleanses the body. When an increase of oxygen cleanses the body, where you get the increase in oxygen, highest you can go. Okay, the highest, the gorilla. Very few sound. All it does is vibratory rates, gorilla chest pound, and breathes. That's all the communication they need. The highest level of communication. Dark body, mountain high, thin air, mon frere. Up to 16 years old, people don't get the beans because of the youthful life that is in them. So if you use your oxygen, the desire that you have, that you said when you were a child, and knowing that you wanted to be a woman, right? You thought you were a woman. And now that you're a man, you still can't be a woman. You see? Still can't. You say, I can have surgery. Oh, you're not supposed to have to get cuts. The metamorphosis, you can change like the lizard and that deer. They can change without having surgery because in their DNA, their brain functions smooth transition. So you can't do that, human, unless you're born that way, hermaphrodite, which the snail is. Slow motion to show you. Take your time. Patience is the key. See, a snail is hermaphrodite. Move slow. But the doggone use that snail, the thing that goes around and the empty shell left out, the spinning of the universe. Slows it down for you so you can see this, hear this, be this. Okay? That's what you need to do. Again, all that desire, you said you wanted to be, you know you were a woman, and you knew you were a woman inside. Now, 50 years later, you still have a male body. And you said it's the weakest part of you. But that's the most part that you cannot change. But you say it's easy for you to change on the inside to a woman. Okay? But the outside, that was the simplest thing. I'm sorry, the deepest part of you was supposed to be the woman inside of you. The desire that you wanted so much. And now you're 50 years later and you still have the weakest part of you showing, which is the outer shell. Now, what does that say? You see? That brain function hasn't been built yet. Again, that lizard and that deer. The other animals can go from male to female with no problem. Brain function, smooth transition, just like growing back limbs. You see? That's when you know when you're at a level of functioning full capacity. You take all these things, put them together, and share them in a simplistic way. Okay? That's the ancestral total recall there. All the way back to before they were eating animals, to fruit, vegetables, pure water in that area. Growing back limbs, knowing that what you are on the inside, that's what you are on the outside. They did not ingest animals that changed sexes, so that's not in them. They have to change sexes. Why did they have to invent a gay bomb? Because it was in the human experience in the very beginning. That's why they have to introduce it to you to make you feel that way. And that's what you did with the lower part of your jaws, eating the meat. Then and now, you see the light speed going there, cosmic order, going out there and getting it to bring it back for you to use. All of that. You don't need to abuse your body, abuse yourself, and fool yourself, fool the women, and have to deal with this destructive process in an open, apologetic manner, which the whole time you had no idea what you were doing, what you were going through, or what it was all about. All you know, you had a desire for something, and that's the blessing itself. The desire for something is a beautiful thing. Do that.